Hi, you have tuned in to Mary Precious Jones Huntsville, better known as Precious. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. To all of my new visitors, watchers, welcome. Now today I am going to change the color of this picture because my colors are black and white. Now this picture is a picture that my husband picked up, and it does have the fall colors, the fall vibe, but I started on this picture a few months ago trying to get it together. And so first of all, I'm just going to go ahead on and spray paint this picture black. Okay, so I got a can of spray paint and I'm just spraying it and spraying it. And then later on I realized that I better get some primer after I finish painting this picture black. So I picked up some kilts from my husband and I'm going to go ahead on and just color this canvas white with the kilts, and that way it's gonna stop that red running from coming through, because I don't want to do all of my work and then put it up on the wall and still seeing the red coming through. So this is why I'm using the white kilts, okay? And I'm just going to use my paintbrush to cover this canvas here. Okay, so I got the first coat on and I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to come back and give it a second coat. So it'll get rid of some of that black as well. So I might have to do 2 or 3 coats, but I end up doing like 3 coats, okay? So this is what the picture is looking like after 3 coats of kilts paint. So now I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to dupe a picture. Not so much a duping a picture, but I saw some black and white canvas and I'm tired of buying pictures. It just looked like they just got a paintbrush and just went over the canvas without even thinking what they was doing. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let my imagination run wild and I'm going to dupe some of these pictures. Now I picked up this paint from the Dollar Tree. My first time using it. Don't know how well it's going to work. And I picked up some black chalk paint as well. So I'm going to give it a try. Hey, I don't have anything to lose. The canvas was free. The kilts was free because my husband gave it to me. And see, my brushes, I had those on hand, okay? So, and this paint was like $1.25 each. So that's like, what, $1.25, because I'm just going to use the taller black paint, not the chalk paint. So I got me a little plastic plate and I'm putting some rocks on it. Now this rocks is going to keep my plate from being blown away. If the wind blows, these rocks are giving it some weight, and plus it won't blow on me, okay? So I don't want to mess up my clothes with black paint. But I'm just putting a small amount of paint on this plate with the rocks, okay? And I'm going to go ahead on and just do my thing, and you guys can watch me as I do it. Now this is my first time trying this, so if I mess it up, don't have anything to lose. I can just try again. So I'm just using my imagination. I'm not going by no type of pattern. I'm not looking at a picture that was already painted by an artist or another YouTube creator. This is just something coming off the top of my head. Okay, I'm not an artist. So we are going to try this, and this is fun doing. I love trying new things, and we're just going to see how this is going to turn out. So I'm just dabbing a little paint at a time. I'm using my widest brush, and I'm just going to make me a line, a curved line. So this is my pattern that I would be going off of, this curved line that I'm painting on this white canvas. Okay, so that's my first coat, and I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible. Of course, it's not going to be straight because I didn't draw any lines on my canvas to go by. So I'm just doing it as I go along, guys. So I just wanted you guys to see and experience this with me together as I go on my first journey trying to create me a wall art. Now I got a smaller brush here, and I'm just going straight across that big line. So that big line is like my Mason-Dixie line, okay? And I'm just going to cross over it with a smaller brush, giving me a smaller line. And don't know how I'm going to do it, but hey, I'm just using my imagination, trying to get that line solid. And I didn't want to go all the way to the end of the canvas like I did the black line, like it's running off. But this line here, I'm doing a curve. Okay, another curve. And I'm not going to take it off the canvas because I want the end of the line and the beginning of the line to be on the canvas. Okay? So let's try another line with the same small brush, and I'm going to do another curvature line over my Mason-Dixie line, the solid black, the bigger line. Okay, so I'm making a smaller line, just going straight across that line. Okay, and however my mind said do it, hey, this is what I'm going with. So as you can see right here, I'm giving it a little peak. Okay, so the line at the end is a little thinner than the beginning of my line. And as you can see, this line I'm working on is a little bit larger than this line. But I might go in and try something else. But let's try this. So I'm going to make a straight line, but a larger line. Try not to touch my Mason-Dixie line that I got going from the corner, running off the canvas. So I'm going to do this line, and we're going to see. And look like it's coming along pretty good. So I'm just using my imagination. And guys, when you let your imagination just run wild, you would be amazed at what's inside of you. Oh my goodness. So I'm liking it already. So I'm liking it. Now, I want this to be simple. I don't want it to be, especially on my first one, I don't want it to have a whole lot of black on it, but I want to see more white on my canvas. And look, I'm going to try something. Oh, look at me. I'm putting my initial. I was intended to do MPJ for maryw.jones, but since I already done started my J, I'm just gonna let it stay like that for right now. But anyway, that's what I got, my little initial on it. Just like, you know, I'm a big town artist. Look at me. Hey, but hey, it's mine. This is my signature. So and I might just put it on the back. I don't know, but we're just going to continue on working with this second small curvature line. And I'm trying to soften this up. And it's not going to be as straight, but just trying to soften it up so it can look a little decent. Okay, so it won't look like it's all over the place. Okay. So we're going to continue to work on this line here until I get it to my satisfactory. Okay, so back to this larger line here. This is the first line that I made. And if you guys can see at the very bottom, I sort of like, I didn't do a blunt. I just rolled the brush off of it. And I forgot to show you guys that. But now, I guess I gotta let this dry, so I'm just playing with this rock. I like doing different things. So I'm painting this one rock, that's all. So this rock don't have anything to do with my picture, but I'm getting ready to put this paint up because I don't want it to just stay out here in the hot sun because it will dry up. I don't need my brushes to dry up because I got to reuse my brushes when I come back and put my second or third coat on it. Okay, so we're just going to take a recess until everything dries, and then I'm coming back in and put on my second coat. Okay, so now this has been drying for more than 30 minutes, and I took my paint and tied it up in a plastic Dollar Tree plastic bag, okay, so it wouldn't get hard. And I took it inside because, guys, it's hot here. We are at over 100 degrees here in Huntsville. So yes, I took it inside in the cool. So now I'm just going back, continually softening up that Mason Dixie line. And so now, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. And I am almost done with this. Once I just touch it up, I would be done. And I probably, yes, I think I ended up doing like 3 coats on this picture because I did a second coat on it. And then I came back in and I did like a filler. And I took my brush so the line will still have a little bit white showing through. So I took this sponge brush and I sort of like dabbed in each one of the lines, like the small line, the larger line. I just took my sponge brush and just dabbed that so I can have some of that some of that white showing through the black. And on this line, I end up putting a little curvature point at the end of my smaller line, and I cover up my initial, and I went in and added the other curvature line at the corner on the left hand side, the bottom left hand side. And I just, since I did the block, I also did the little block in the center. So guys, here is the reveal. This is on my wall and this is what it is looking like. And let me know what you think. Do you think it turned out nicely? Because I didn't want too much black on it. So I just put just a few lines on it. Now when I come back and do another one, I might have more lines on it and probably more black. I don't know, I might do all black and then do white lines. So I don't know what I will be doing next, but I'm going to think of something as I go along. And so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed this. I want to show this to you. Okay, so if you have not subscribed, you can go ahead and do so at that time. Hit the notification bell and you will be notified the next time when I do my pictures. Okay, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the future. Your future looks good on you. Bye-bye.